Okay, so on this one right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I don't know what you all's favorite bird is or what have you, believe it or not. Yes, mine is, well, it's a tie because only one is the bigger version between the raven and the crow. A raven is nothing more but just the larger version of a crow. That's all, right? But they're in the same family. And a lot of people don't realize, think about it. All of such of the negative stipulations that is put on this black ass bird. That's right. I said it just like that, people. That's right. I think all the stipulations was put on the crow just because it's the only black one. If you see more than one goose, you know what it's called. It's called a gander of geese. Okay? How come all the other birds, they get flocks? Huh? Huh? How come the only bird that has to get the worst name when you see a group of them is the crow, which is called either a killer or a murder of? It's called a group of crows is called a killer of crows or a murder of crows. Why you say that? They didn't kill nothing. Last time I checked, they are scavengers that only eat what's already dead. So what they kill? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all ever seen a crow hunt something alive? Answer that question for me now. Or do you see them on the side of the road eating shit that's already dead and getting it out the way for us? A lot of people don't realize the beneficial reasons as to why that is, because these animals actually help keep a lot of let's say not bacteria, but diseases and all kinds of breathable things that can make people sick. They eat that because it comes from the flesh. So when we have like flies, crows, things of that nature, your scavengers, your bottom feeders, they're actually a lot more important than you know. But you want to know what I find so fascinating? How intelligent. Yes, that's right. That's right. Did you know that the crow and the raven is actually smarter than the parrot? Let's go ahead and let's look at some scientific proof behind all of this. I digress. My mic is muted. Thank you once again for tuning into Smitty's Corner. Respect.
Everyone knows crows are smart. They recognize faces, they can make and use tools. But how smart and how do they learn? That's where one of Aesop's fables comes in. It's the one about a thirsty crow that dropped stones in a pitcher in order to raise the water level so it was high enough to get a drink. Seems unlikely. But in fact, experiments have shown that New Caledonian crows, once they're trained to pick up and drop stones, which is not something they do a lot in the wild, can figure out this problem pretty quickly. They use the stones to raise the water level to get a piece of floating food. Some other kinds of birds can do this too, and humans, once they reach about age 5. In this latest set of experiments, the crows showed some new tricks. They picked out sinking over floating objects to raise the water level, and solid over hollow objects. They didn't do well with wide...
Now, let's just be honest. We have grown adult humans that would have to Google that to figure that out. It is absolutely amazing, the creations that God has placed around us, and people take nature for granted. And this is why I'm doing these videos, to let you know that there's more to life than just your fancy car, your clothes, and what it is that you can be lit on Instagram. There is so much magnificent wonders that go on around us every single day. Let's keep rocking out.
Versus narrow tubes. And if part of the whole tube apparatus was hidden, then they weren't able to figure it out. So it seems that crows really need to see the cause and effect in order to understand the problem. What's the moral of the story? More research is needed, of course, in order to figure out exactly how crows learn and think.